Who's lining up against this proposed change?
Big retailers, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, other big importers like Nike, some automakers, some energy companies. So it's a pretty big, broad coalition. But the way to think about this is if border adjustment and the debate over tax reform was like a boxing match, the retailers or the anti-BAT coalition would have won the early rounds. More publicity, they've gotten a lot of the Senate Republicans to come out against it. But it's still a long way to go. The president hasn't weighed in, so it's sort of up for grabs as far as where the White House is going to come down.
Yeah, the president hasn't weighed in.
Yeah.
There was this meeting on February the 15th, so they've had an audience with the White House. How successfully are they making their case? How much money are they spending on making their case?
They're spending a lot of money. We don't know exactly how much, but all the people we talked to for this story basically said, from the retail perspective, it's the biggest lobbying effort they've ever seen. Retailers that never really cared about what was going on in D.C. all of a sudden very into it and spending a lot of money. And the one thing that's interesting is that after the healthcare collapse, the healthcare repeal of Obamacare, a lot of people looked at that and said, maybe the White House would be more sort of willing to consider the idea that border adjustment is a bad idea, because if there's so much opposition here already, not only do you have a lot of corporate America against it, the Koch brothers, the Koch network, the conservative sort of funders of that movement are against it. So there's already a lot of opposition, and the White House at the end of the day might make the calculation, let's just scrap border adjustment because it's too complicated and controversial.
So you got the ring there. They're in the one corner of the ring. In the other corner, those who favor this and say that in order to get tax reform through, you've got to have this. What's the argument that they're making in terms of how this would benefit the American consumer?
The argument is that, one, it bring down tax rates, which would potentially generate growth. Two, it would potentially incentivize people to buy more exports or domestically made products versus imports, which would have this tax on it. So a lot of people who support the border adjustment think that lines up with Trump's sort of "Make America Great," campaign slogans and promises. So they think that at the end of the day, the White House, led by the president, will come down on the side of supporting border adjustment because it's seen as a way to boost American manufacturing and American companies.